Let's go. Oh,
I didn't get to do any of the character stuff, but yeah, I meant.
Where are you at? Because I just see me.
Don't worry about it.
Are you trying to attack me? Is that it?
No. Oh god, I'm off the boat.
Oh, you off the boat?
Woo! Don't worry about it.
There you are.
Ah! Oh, that was rude.
Oh, wait till you see what I do with this cannon. Oh, I'm going to destroy the boat.
Already on it.
You will love this game, Count Dorkula. Count Dorkula, I'm playing Grim the Reaper.
Wait.
If you're a follower, she'll follow you.
Oh god. No, I won't necessarily follow everyone.
Well, you'll love Count Dorkula, let me tell you something. Hey, no. Get your butt over here. Get your butt.
You got.
Oh my god. Get in the boat. Get in the boat. Get in the boat. Get in the boat. This is called Gentleman's Dispute. And Max, how are you, sweetheart?
You got.
I'm being attacked by a reaper.
What's going on?
Hi, Void. I don't really know. She told me to try out this game, so I did. Please let me know how the audio is. I know she's probably a little quiet, but she's quiet to me.
I'm quiet?
I know, right? It's weird.
We need to do shared chat.
Yeah.
Oh my god, Count Dorkula, you and I gotta play this.
Do I?
What the hell is that new TTS lol?
What did I just do? Where'd you go? Where'd you go?
Don't worry about it. Oh.
I love this game.
Where are you?
I thought I loved this shot too at one point. Where did you go?
Nowhere. Where are you? Oh. I didn't even need to do anything. Come down here. Fight me like a man.
Max and Count, is it too loud on my side? How dare you
I
hit
me?
me?
I'd swing by for a few minutes lurking before I hit the shower and play that No I'm Not Human game.
I lost.
Okay, thank you for the lurk.
Where's my favorite?
I don't know if I picked it up. I attempted.
Yeah. I've never figured this part out for sure, so.
Ooh, what's this? Ooh.
Oh, by the way, you can become a ghost and haunt people too.
Don't worry about it. Ah!
Oh! Rude! Rude! Come back here, come back here. Come back here, you skinny little mash thing.
Slap you in the butt. Alright.
That was not right. That's not nice. A gentleman doesn't treat a lady like that.
Do what?
You too. Thank you, Max. Thank you. My stream screen is small. I had massive issues. I don't know. I'm actually playing with GremTheReaper. She's supposed to be fixing it for me, but...
I'm not at your house. How am I supposed to fix it for you? Fight me. Not literally. You might do it.
I'll play music for you.
Ooh, what's this?
Yeah, I tried to play a game earlier, Max, and it just totally messed up everything on OBS. And I am no... Hey, put me down. Put me down. You huzzabug. That just was not nice. That was not nice. My OBS screen says it's in full 1920 1080, so I don't know.
Don't worry about it. Wait, can I? Oh.
Oh, I want that. Come here. Come here, where are you? Where are you?
Nowhere.
Oh! Did you see that? She shot me. Come here, you little shorty.
That's not what I thought you were gonna say.
Thank you so much. I will have the screen fixed soon, I promise. I just don't know why it's broke.
Yeah, I should be over there Tuesday to fix it.
Oh, you're gonna love this. You ready?
Oh, I've already seen it. Hi.
Aha, aha.
Arrows, look, this is how British settle their differences before signing the divorce papers.
Come here, talk to ya. Come here.
Someone says
Get
this
in
is
on
how
the
we're
action by
settle it
slapping a
before we
stream
sign the
sticker.
divorce papers.
Type stickers to learn how.
Stop your skirt.
Yeah, don't be looking at my skirt.
I can't help it. It's there. Oh god.
Uh-oh, where'd you put the bomb? Really?
I didn't do anything. You did that.
I did not do that. I don't play with bombs.
The lie. Do it. Do it. That totally missed me. Bombs incoming. Oh. Nope. Nope.
I'm gonna die.
Lizard.
The one great Tintin played Lizard.
Hey,
Return
lizard.
points.
Lizard. What's this?
Lizard.
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 Congrats on first, Tintin.
Tintin, what'd you do? Oh, why can't I pick the card?
You gotta hold it for long enough.
Yeah, I was. It had other plans.
How are you? Your beloved had a lot of
For
stamina.
those of us that feel like being a little lazy.
Okay, so I can still look around. I am doing terrific. We might play some Viscera cleanup detail. I don't know. But, you know.
Oh, there's stuff in the luggage.
Round 2, start Gremth 1 Cotton 4K.
Oh, an airplane.
That's coming out your butt.
Woo, where are you? Where are you?
You'll find me. I'm somewhere.
That means you're right behind me someplace.
Yeah, I'm right behind you.
Where'd you hide? Where'd you hide? I got a pizza. Do you want a piece of pizza?
Is it spicy?
It will be if I fart.
Oh, I mean, no.
Oh, shite!
It's also... Yeah, you can't give me away. I'm just gonna see if she ends up just destroying herself.
What are you that I have to worry about destroying myself?
Nowhere and everywhere.
You are. You're just standing still watching me, aren't you?
Yeah, I am up high, don't worry.
1010, where is she?
Don't tell her! That's stream sniping. Don't do it.
1010 is not on my site. He can't hear me.
1010 is on my site, so they can hear
Remember to use sound alerts for
1010,
some
where is
silliness,
she?
Tilda.
I don't think 1010 could really tell you, honestly, without showing it.
New
1010.
who?
1010.
Oh
He
my,
don't
I
betray
refuse
me.
to say that.
1010, I'm your favorite.
There. I was trying to wink, and it didn't work.
Up high means you're up on the roof somewhere.
Or I'm on the toilet.
How are you on the toilet?
Oh, you haven't found the bathroom yet?
I didn't know they had a bathroom.
Yeah, it's an airport.
It don't mean they got an airport. I mean a bathroom, an airport. Okay, where are you?
So we're on the map.
I'm gonna hunt you down. Oh. Come on, come outside and play. Hey, I wonder, can we?
I don't know, maybe I'm out there. Go check.
I don't know how to get out there. By God, I would.
Break the window. Yeah.
Yeah, how's that working for me?
I don't know. Pretty funnily.
Nua.
Where are you?
I am on the map. I promise you.
No, you're not. You're lying. Where are you?
I'm nowhere.
I'm clearly outside of the map then.
Okay. Really? Really? Really?
Woo!
Where were
Knew
you
I'd win.
hiding?
I was standing still.
Oh, you're invisible.
There we go.
Supposed to go backwards.
Yeah, I'm nowhere. Don't worry about it.
I'm gonna kick your butt. How's that? How's that?
Can I do it again? Can I win this round? Ooh.
Oh my God, it is a small stream, but it's not showing up small in here. I don't understand it. All right, play fair. Come out and play.
I am playing fair. I'm playing by the rules.
Yeah, you're cheating.
I'm not cheating.
How did I do that?
You do what?
Huh.
This. don't know what that was, but okay. A. I need to add a you died. Beep beep. Scoot your butt. Don't get hit by the train. What's this? Oh, it's like slow-mos.
Oh.
I wasn't burgundy on that. That was a lie. Beep beep.
Oh.
Fitting. Oh god, she's gone crazy.
Aha.
Good?
I love this cannon. Can I have one for my birthday?
Yeah, sure. Just put it on your bill. You okay over there? You look like you're going through something.
Why can't you get through the wall?
Oh, am I over there?
Oh, that's quite all right, Count. I understand. Kids come first. I would like to know where little Missy's hiding, though, so I can attack her butt.
I think you've lost your mind.
Who?
You!
Why?
Clearly, you're just not seeing me.
Clearly you've got the invisibility one on.
Oh, that sucks, right? I think you got this. You can figure it out. It's like prop hunt. Only the prop is the air. Oh, now she's got a flamethrower.
What are you doing with the banana?
Oh, what are you doing with it?
Ah! I want to know, can I get up there?
Probably.
Come on, you can do it. You can get in there. Ha-ha!
You got this.
I'm doing more damage to myself than you are.
What is this thing? What is this? Guys, what is this? You know what it does? Woo!
Oh, ho, ho, ho.
might be good at this game.
Yes. Hi, I'm here to represent the United States.
Sounds about right.
Ah! Come here, foe! Ah, I got you. Come here.
Yeah, you finally got me. Oh, no.
Rose is dead.
Seems like a skill issue.
Oh, I love this island. Oh my god.
Visit GremTheReaper's Ko-Fi page at
I have won the match.
Go in the water. Go ahead. Go in the water. Watch what happens.
Woo! Woo! Alright, that really sucked. Beep beep. Did we lose it?
Ah!
Ooh.
What happened?
That wasn't the actual match.
Why wasn't it?
Because everything's restarted. I won totally. I was the wiener.
You are a wiener, all right.
I'm a great big wiener, thank you.
Get out of the water.
Why? I want to be in the water. Those trees look highly inappropriate.
Get in there. Come on. I have yet to figure out how we could get on this boat.
Sure, there's a way.
I've
There's
been
a will,
on it,
there's
I
a
just
way.
haven't been able to make it go. Woo! Come here. Come here, skinny Minnie. Why are you running so funny, Sonny?
I do look like I got a stick up my butt.
I was getting ready to say that.
Oh. Uh-oh. I'm running.
Ah!
Oh my.
Oh, wait till you see the lava.
I don't think I want to see the lava. Now I want to play Peek again. Know what that did? Poisonous?
We got bubbles.
Ah, getting hot in here. By that I mean explosives.
Ah! Come on, come on, come on, come on, come on, come on, come on. Yeah!
I didn't think I'd hit you with that.
Well, I'll never come here to this pier again.
Why, Shark Week?
No, we're destroying it.
Hi. Yeah, I went up that way too.
I think my my head's stuck. Go, 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 go. I told you you'd like this game.
Yeah, it's silly.
That's the whole idea. It is silly.
Probably be a little too chaotic with others.
I don't know. It's pretty fun when you've got 4 or 5 people on it.
Yeah.
Oh! Don't freeze me. I'm weak and feeble.
Oh god, the lava's rising.
Uh-oh. Get up high. Quick, get up high. Get up high. Get up high.
Why?
Because it will knock you ass over elbows. That's why.
I think we'll burn together.
Oh.
Woo!
I burnt my back.
Hot britches.
I can't get out of here. I had Taco Bell for dinner.
Woo!
Oh.
Let's go. I like winning.
Yeah, I know. Shite. Flip it. It doesn't do what it's supposed to be WASD. It won't do it for me.
Oh. I was looking at notifications.
Oh!
What? Are you having issues? Issues?
Stop myself.
Woo!
Shit myself in the head.
Oh god. And I shoved myself into a cannon. That was about on par with me. Oil.
Come here.
No.
Come here.
No.
Come here.
No. No.
Come here.
No.
Hmm.
I'm okay with that. Why would you try this?
Hey.
How you like them apples?
Oh, you has.
Got it.
Whee!
I got it.
Why give me a door and not let me in it?
I know, right? I just tried this one. Oh my goodness. Somebody destroyed this path. Hi. I am over here now.
Come
Muskets suck.
Come here. Come here. Oh, that ain't nice. That's no way to treat a lady.
Lady? Is that what you are?
Well, with my dress flying up in the air like that, I doubt
Your
it.
name is also Mr. Rose. There we go.
I'm tired of trying to pick those cards. I can't get it to do it.
Nah, you got this.
I knew what the heck was wrong with my screen. Oh! This one's brand new.
Did you change it after you changed it from Viscera Tail?
Yeah.
I mean, did you change the size? They'll run at different sizes. Cars! Don't you hit me, bro.
I'm pretty darn sure I did.
Bro hit me. I got a face full of car. Wait, can we go in there? There's items in there. Oh, I see why. Hold on.
Oh, it did. It went back to... It keeps changing the numbers on its own.
There we go. Ooh, we can go in here. How do I drop this? Cool. That's not a normal jump.
Right. Now the whole game has disappeared.
Remember to use sound alerts for some silliness, Tilda.
What the flip is going on? The game's not on the screen at all now.
That's odd. May have pushed it elsewhere when you resized it. Ow! Just delete it and make a new game screen. It should automatically resize.
Oh, and I found you too.
So everything's just going off the screen.
Yeah, the whole game's gone.
I wonder why.
How do I delete it?
I don't know. Oh, just hit the trash can underneath.
To game?
Yeah.
Alright, now how do I game again? Browser?
No, you have to do a, game capture. I summon with your clip. I post chat clips on my secondary Twitter.
Oh, now it's too big.
As long as I remember. I'll go through, download it, and put it on the Twitter. Water. The Twitter.
It is way too big now.
You should now you should just be click it and change the size by dragging the corners. Where are you?
Hi, welcome. Graham, go block that one for me, or can you?
Oh, I wasn't watching. Hold on. I can do most anything.
Well, do most anything.
I'm sheriff around these parts.
What is it, 19?
1920 by 1080.
1920 by 1080.
It just tells me more messages below. I can't see. No, I don't see the message you're talking about, so it must have gotten erased.
Integral. A band evader.
Oh, then SteriBot would have already flagged it. You don't have to worry about it.
Okay, the game is not here.
Why was it? Oh God! Ooh, I'm on the roof. Nothing good up here, but you mean it's not in the list of games you can? You can.
No, the list of games is there, but the game is not on the screen anywhere.
Did you click it? Now click it in the sources, and it should tell you where it is. Because I think it's just disappearing.
Says gentleman dispute. Transform and edit. 1920 to 1080. The game is not there at all.
No, don't edit transform. That can change where it is. Delete it, make a new one, but don't edit transform. Just keep it unlocked, click it, and you should be able to drag it. You should be able to resize it manually.
And the browser source.
No, not browser source, game capture.
Yeah, I know. My eyes are killing me. Game capture.
Ah, I'm gonna have to open that.
Specific window. Gentleman's dispute. Now it needs to be sized.
Yeah, you can just resize it manually by clicking and dragging the corners. This. Oh God, why? Oh, it has. Oh, okay, that's kind of cool. What's it doing now?
Alright, I'm screwed up, but that's okay. I'm back.
Oh, I see where it is. It should be easy enough just to unlock it and click and drag.
Yeah, it didn't.
What do you mean? Like, it's not letting you resize it?
Well, it's resized now, but I don't know if it's the right size.
No, it's not. You need to fill that whole window. That's why it's too small.
Yeah, but I can't fill the whole window.
What do you mean you can't fill the whole window?
It'll make it too big.
No, just fill the whole window. Just
Yeah, but
drag it and match, not the whole screen, the whole gray window.
Oh.
Yeah. I'm watching.
Where's the gray window?
Mort's up. Bring it to the top left. Up. Higher. Higher. Much higher.
It
Keep
won't go
going.
up any higher. Won't go up. Oh, there it is.
Yeah. Up and to the left. Down.
It's up there too high. I can't get
Down.
it now. Wait a minute.
Yeah. Up.
How far up?
Right there. And now to the left. Now pull it to the left. Right there.
Just to the left.
Too far. Too far. Too far. Pull it way to the right. Keep going. Slowly. Slowly. Keep going. Oh, too far. Left.
Like that?
It's trying to catch up. Keep going to the left.
Like that?
Yeah, right there. Oh, no, too far. Bring it to the right. Remember, I'm seeing everything in a slight lag.
How's that?
You went way too far to the right. Do like 2 inches to the left. Oh god, the lava.
How's that?
Yeah, right there. Oh, now you've moved too far.
Like that?
Oh, hold on, I'm getting a phone call.
Are you just getting it?
Ravana38 scared Alfred, come quick, I have lava in the reception room.
I hate doing this stuff because I really am not an expert. Oh.
I'll try to
Yeah, but it
imitate
makes
the
it too
streamer.
big.
TS Suru one lick. Get in on the action by slapping a
Yes,
screen sticker.
try to
Type
imitate me.
stickers to learn how.
Alright, I'm back.
Yeah, see, it makes it too big if I stretch it.
It's not big at all. Your character is like really itty bitty.
That's what I was saying. I don't understand it. It won't set right.
There is one thing you can probably do. Right click and hit, I gotta see what it is in OBS. Right click and do, where is it? Transform, fit to screen.
Where's that at?
Right click the source and hit stretch to screen or fit to screen instead of edit transform. You can try that. Because your OBS should be set to 1920.
I don't have it.
Yeah, it's just like you would go to do edit transform, but it says transform, fit to screen, or stretch to screen. You should fit to screen.
I don't have any of that.
Yes, you do. You have to make sure it's unlocked. And right-click the game source itself.
It is unlocked.
Then right-click it, the game capture.
Alright, what am I looking for?
Transform.
Reset?
Then fit the screen.
Fit the screen. That did not work.
There you go. It worked. Perfect.
It's too big.
No, it's perfect. You're not thinking of the actual scaling. You're seeing it a different way.
Yeah,
It's
okay.
perfect. You're too small. You just have to click into VTube Studio and scroll forward. Backward, forward. You just have to make her big. And I'll win this. Urgh. X support Grim. Let's go.
Won't let me in it.
Yeah, you'll have to hit the Windows key to get to your VTube.
She looks too big for me now.
No, she needs to be bigger. Keep scrolling. Just a bit more. A bit more. A bit more and move her to the right a good bit. Like maybe 4 inches. Yeah, that's perfect. Now keep going. Like 4 inches to the right. Do it like 2 inches past where I am. Because you're in the exact center of the screen. Going. Tiny bit more. Okay, stop moving and let me wait until OBS levels out so I can see where you are. Okay, yeah, perfect. And you're reset up.
Alright, well, what I'm seeing is not what...
Yeah, that's fine. That's fine. If you look on your actual Twitch stream on your phone, it's perfectly fine. Yeah, it's all a perspective thing.
Step there. Step there. Come here. Come here.
Yeah.
Ah! Come here.
Come here. Okay. Ow! Ow!
I'm strong. Ow. Just threw money at me?
No? Ow, that hit me too. Yeah! I'm good at this game. So good at this game.
Okay. I'll be starting again.
Yeah? Woo! Get off of me. I'm not into that.
Get up.
I'm not into that.
Oh, this hurts my hands.
This red clamp detail is fun. That might give you a little bit of hassle.
I told you you'd like this game. I like it a lot better if we were doing share chat, though.
No. Oh, I don't know how that even happened.
Come here. Come here. Come here.
I don't wanna.
Come talk to me.
I don't wanna.
Talk to me. Come here.
I said I don't wanna.
I don't care what you want. Get your butt here.
No.
Let's see.
Ooh.
Alright, that's it. That's it. That's it. You're getting carried away with it.
How so?
I told you he's gonna get carried away. she's clumsy at carrying a gun.
Visit GremTheReaper's Ko-Fi page at
Yeah!
Oh!
Suck it.
I don't know about you, but my hands are hurting.
I wouldn't try Viscera, but may mess up your stuff.
No, I'm not. I'm pissed off that it took this and it's still looking like that.
No, it's exactly how it needs to look. Stop.
No, I don't mean that. I mean it's not looking on the screen the white.
That it's fine. It looks perfect on OBS. That's what matters. You just need to zoom out your OBS for it to look fine for you.
No!
You're lucky that's all I did.
I was trying to get it to move.
Ah.
Remember to use sound alerts for some silliness, Tilda.
Oh, well, that ain't fair.
That's plenty fair.
No, that ain't.
That is. Really is.
I got the pizza. A shiny little pizza. Oh, shine.
What'd you get?
Boom. Oh, shite.
Oh, I don't care. Oh. I was looking at Twitter. Hi.
I think we knocked each other out.
Get off of me, you pervert.
Only on Tuesdays.
I don't believe that for a minute. Yeah.
Oh,
Explosive.
oh.
I'm stretching my hands.
Yeah,
Oh, my
hands are
chameleon.
killing me.
Tackle.
I don't know. You gotta learn to share it though.
What, popping my fingers? Woo!
Come on.
Ooh.
All right.
Yeah.
Come on.
I did. Woo!
What the freak?
Let's go.
Come here. Come here. Come
No.
here.
Oh, I want to.
Come here.
I'm
Oh,
purposely
that Taco
avoiding you.
Bell. That Taco Bell.
Let's go. Suck it.
What is it with you and freezing your... Get out of there.
I didn't freeze myself.
Go get him. Go get the skinny little munchkin. Get him. Get that munchkin. Get him. Get that gentleman. Yeah. Turn around. Get him.
Woo! Grr.
Holy moly.
I didn't even have to do anything.
Oh. Alright, we are going to have to end it soon. My hands are killing me.
But that's the card. I think there's about like 3 more rounds left in the whole game.
No, one of the games is full, the other one's demo.
No, I mean we're round 4 or 5, so we have 1 more round.
Mura no Tomo's number U.
Let's go the damn cannon!
Oh, that's not where I wanted to aim.
I could not get tech cannon to let go.
Woo! I'm in the water. Woo! Suck it. Ow. Ooh. Hello. Surprisingly good weapon.
Come on, come on, come on, come on, come on. Holy moly! Dang, I hit the tree. Tail swap? What is that? Whee!
In the water. You look thirsty.
Yeah, well, I wasn't. Not for this.
Dork. Dork. Woo! I really shouldn't be as good at this game as I am. Oh, you got lucky there. I heard that.
No, you never.
Ah! Bombs incoming.
Flip have to take a boat first. Going to swim with this long dress
I
is
don't know
not
what a
very
fishing pole
distinguished.
does.
I know, right?
Danger dance, danger dance.
Very distinguished. They're just gunning after me. Wow. Woo!
I have got to end. My hands are killing me.
Yeah, I think that was actually the last one anyway.
Oh. Alright, I'm gonna try for one more, but I don't know. My hands are hurt.
Yeah, I think we were on 4 or 5, so I think that's the next one's the last one.
Oh.
This was yeah, 5 of 5. This one was surprisingly a hectic game. It was gonna be the
Nyatsu
best.
one strong, Nubchan strong. Oh my, I refuse to say that.
Hey.
What? Hey, it's for horses.
Boy, would I'd love to say what your dad would have said right now.
Huh? Oh. I don't want to get down from here, because this is a really good spot. I think I'm honestly pretty safe up here. Hi. Whoop! Oh god, I fell. There we go. First, go over here. Grab this. Lord knows she likes her cannons.
I love cannons. I want one for my birthday.
I don't think so. Nope. Yeah. You laugh now.
I did laugh.
Oh, I meant to grab that. I couldn't grab it. Yoink.
Wow.
Stocked up on weapons. Where's he at? Where is she? I see you breaking stuff over there. Why not? Heard you arm something. Where are you? You're just violent, aren't you?
Fox, how are you, sweetheart?
Oh god, the bombs! The bombs! You moving? Oh god.
She set
Oh.
off a bunch of... Hey, Otto.
That was not me. That was just, it was at the time.
I know, right, Otto?
And I was the winner. Alright, I guess we'll end it here.
Otto, I told you you'd want to play this.
Yeah, it was surprisingly chaotic. Alright, thank you for joining me. I'm gonna read out real fast and then I'll be done.
This cruise
I
is
know,
supposed to be
Rod,
a safe
totally
place
like
for a
that.
long travel.
I don't
not to
ever
use a
trust
Gatling on
cruises to be a
someone or
safe
endure
place.
The rain. Those gentlemen have definitely lost
Yeah,
their
I'm
manners.
dying to know what your new name's going to be, just to let you know.
Have a great rest of your day.
Thank you
Saribo
everyone that
Log,
has
don't
will stop
forget
by.
to stay
Have a great night.
hydrated and take care of yourself.
Thank you,
Saribo
everyone,
arrive.
so much. I'm getting off here, too. It's been a long day.